Each spring they come, advancing silently up the Hudson River, the only sign of their presence being the flotilla of fishing boats and numerous riverbank anglers hoping for a tussle with these powerful fish. Striped bass have been spawning in the Hudson for many years, and the popularity of fishing for them has increased dramatically. Many people are amazed that there are fish weighing up to, and in some cases, well beyond 40 pounds in the river. Once the spawning stock begins to move upriver, the action begins. These fish usually start showing up anywhere from the end of March to the middle of April and will remain in the river until the first week of June. The Hudson River is 315 miles long and starts in the Adirondack Mountains and flows into New York City Harbor. Once a severely polluted river and almost devoid of life, the Hudson has made an amazing recovery over the last 30 years. Setting out from Coeman's Landing, it wasn't long before the boys had the rods in the water.
So far this year, the record's 4.
Oh, yeah.
You guys want to go for
That
the
is
record?
incredible.
We'll go for 1 J's.
Well, this is just enough fun. I just love fishing. I can do this all day right here.
You're not the first guy that's ever said that.
That is, I mean... That's pretty cool. So, basically, what do you got out here, Ace?
Those are called Zubiki rigs.
Zubiki rigs.
Yeah,
they're tiny little hooks with
tiny
what's
little
on them?
flies, just a little piece of mylar, iridescent mylar. And don't ask me why, but these...
Let it hit the bottom?
And they love them. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool. Said that the next herring that we caught gets to land the first striper. So, hello again, bro. Do it to me again. The trophy. That's a trophy herring right there.
For a guy that wants to be known as a hunter, you're a pretty good fisherman.
I don't know, man. You got off on
Check
it?
your brakes.
Check your brakes.
Yeah. I thought I had a hit.
Probably did.
Go, baby! Take your time, take your time, take your time. Pump, just keep the rod loaded. You can do it. Keep the rod loaded. Keep the rod loaded, nice
Just like
and steady.
you say when
Nice and
big
steady.
boat comes by, chases them fish towards us.
How many times did I say that?
Yeah.
I don't know why. I mean, we got a lot of fish in here anyways, but take your time, take your time, take your time. He's going to make another run when he gets to the boat, so just take your time.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
You can feel that fish. Look at that thing.
Take your time. Nice.
Look at that. Get the net, Mike.
Take your time.
Look at that.
Pump him up.
Bring him in.
Rod up. Yep. Rod up. Very nice. Thank you. There you go. There's your first Hudson River striper. Nice one.
Did you lift him right up?
Can you get that hook for me?
Yeah.
I got it, bud. Well, there you go. The Hudson River striper, first one of the day. Beautiful fish. Gorgeous. They get a lot bigger than this, don't they, boss?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Alrighty, well, we'll let him go and catch some more, or you want to?
Sure, sure.
We'll let him go then.
Oh, man, look. Good one?
About the same thing. Watch your bottom side here, bud.
Yeah.
Take your time, Willem. Just keep the rod loaded, Ricky. Keep your rod loaded if he's swimming right at you.
I'm going to kind of point this up into the waves a little bit before you make it. Oh, man. Going hard?
Yeah.
All right. Not bad fish.
Yeah, it's it.
Color yet? See him?
I don't see them yet, but
Here he comes. He's coming. Once he sees him, get to him. Right down.
whoo! There you go,
Right.
bud. Woo! There is the Hudson River striper bass.
Hudson
right
River striper there. Woo! Nice going, Rick.
Send your tech tips to tips@newyorkoutdoorstv.com.
Hi folks, I want to introduce you to Mike Gerard, better known as Spike, first mate for this trip. Mike, part of the fun of this trip is going out there and actually jigging for the herring in the morning that we actually go out and catch the stripers with later. Can you explain to our viewers how we catch those herons so quickly this morning?
Basically, what we do is we use a Subiki rig with a drop sinker, and you basically just come over a spot where you find some herring, you drop it to the bottom of the river or the body of water that you're in here, you reel it up until it's just off the bottom, and you give it a slight jigging action, and the herring will pretty much set the hook themselves, and then when you get a hit, you just reel it, and sometimes you can get 4 or 5 of them at a time.
I see there's 4 or 5 hooks on there, and you actually got a little fly on there.
That's correct, yep.
And they just, like you said, you can do 4 at a time.
Yep.
Awesome.
Sometimes it goes really quick, and sometimes it takes a little while.
So we caught them quick this morning. Thanks, Mike.
Color yet? See him?
I don't see them yet, but
Here he comes. He's coming. Once he sees him, get to him. Right down. Get to him. Right down.
whoo! There you go,
Right.
bud. Woo! There is the Hudson River striper bass.
Hudson
right there.
River striper there. Woo! Nice going, Rick. Nice going. Suck her player, brother. So behind you. There, use that blue set behind you that Rick's got. Those are little tiny things. Alright, I need you to hold this line up for me a little bit.
Like, suck that right in. Recording, right? Very sweet.
Man. Ask me why I do this, that's why I do this.
That is incredible.
We're snagged on the front, we got a fish on the back. It was a good day at sea, Captain.
Huh?
Still hooked up, Bobby?
Oh, yeah.
Rick, I want to start easing upstream. Just when I start slacking off, just keep reeling on it, all right?
You bait these hooks, let it bounce off the bottom, and we're just hammering these stripers. This one here, we kind of just let it down just about the time it hit the bottom. The striper hammered it. That's too close. Oh. You don't want to give up. You don't want to give up. Look at that.
Take a drag, look at that. Nice fish when they take drag.
Better fish.
There we
All
go.
right. Nice fish, nice fish. Another Hudson River striper. These fish are designed for speed and power. Long bodies, little lines on that fish. That is just a gorgeous fish.
Animal.
Maybe we'll keep this one. They say these are very good eating, and we got a cooking segment, so maybe we'll just keep this one.
Ace, we're going for some pretty big fish here today. Must take a pretty big rig set up to make sure we don't break off. Why don't you explain to our viewers how we're tied on here today? What we're
Okay,
using?
what we're doing is we're using 30-pound main line. We're using Maxima, and we're using 3 ounces of lead. And I've got this on a slip sinker type rig, and I've got just basically it's a dropper. It's small dropper, about 6 inches. The idea being that if the weight snags bottom, because we're bouncing bottom, that we'll lose just the dropper and not lose the whole rig.
Have to be, right?
Just have it in.
What size hook we?
These are 7/0. 7/0. They're J hooks. Starting in 2006, they're going to change the regulations, and everybody's going to have to use circle hooks. Cut down on fish mortality. In this cold water like this, I like to use the J hooks because they bite. It's kind of a shallow, soft bite. The water's still a little cold. They don't really inhale it like they will probably in another 3-4 days when the water temperature rises. They'll just swallow right to the belly. So, with the J hooks, though, with the J hooks, you get a hook in the belly, but with a circle hook, it'll actually come out to the corner of the mouth, rotate, and you'll get a lip hook, and it makes it easier to let the fish go, and you don't end up with the mortality.
So right now we're just kind of taking these herring and bouncing them right off the bottom.
Bouncing them right off the bottom, because that's where the big fish are laying.
Now I know you said before that temperature is everything. What temperature are you looking for here for the migration to really be hot and heavy?
Okay. The fish will start to come in the river when it hits 48 degrees. They'll come in the Long Island Sound area and run up into the Hudson. For fishing, 50 degrees and up, you can start catching them on bait. When it hits 56 degrees and up, and we're right at 56.1 right now, you can catch them on bait, and they'll start to make a transition where the fish will become more active as the water gets more active, and we can catch them trolling with stick bait. So we're going to try to do that later.
Okay.
Well, right now we've got a pretty good bite going with these baits.
All right, Ace, let me get this back in the water.
All right.
Absolute cow here.
Talk to me, Rick.
The Hudson River here. I don't want to talk right now. I'll concentrate on what I got here. Keep filming, George. Don't turn the camera off.
Huh?
Yeah, right up.
Dave.
Yeah, not up.
Whoo! Oh.
Nice and steady, Rick. Pumping real nice and steady, brother. Nice and steady. Going back upstream a little bit. Chase her down a little bit. Gonna have one more at that boat, so.
Feel the head shake, Rick?
Oh, yeah.
Nice fish. Nice fish.
There we go. That's what we come for.
Get full loaded. That's a nice fish there, man. Sure. Whew! Keep it loaded. Got one more little run on her. She ain't quite done yet. Wow, that's a cow.
There she is.
Wow.
Ah.
Woo! Rick, there's a nice cow. Hudson River cow there,
Wow.
baby. Man, that's a cow.
Congratulations.
Wow. You a believer now?
I am a believer. It was definitely worth the trip.
It's 20 pounds, baby.
What a beautiful fish.
How's that for a Hudson River striper right there, huh?
How much you figure that weighs?
That is a gorgeous fish. That is a gorgeous fish.
Right here, Ace. It's sitting out here.
It's
right there.
Wow. Definitely worth the trip.
Right down there. 25. Yeah.
25 pounders.
There it is, buddy. You want to read it right there.
That's what we come down here, folks. We're trying to highlight New York State. You can't talk about New York State without coming up here for bass migration. It's a beautiful, beautiful day here in the Hudson River. Nice fish. Ace. Spike, thank you very much.
Hey, anytime, man, anytime.
Good fish, good fish.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hitting them good. We're drifting back through this channel where it narrows. It's kind of like
Well, here's the fish at the boat. We're gonna need a net. Oh, there he goes. Now let me finish my story. It's a channel. It's kind of like when you're deer hunting and you get the woods that narrow. I'm gonna come down this way.
That's a good fish. Want to work him down to a spot?
Here.
We'll get a net onto him.
I think we're gonna be able to bring him right in.
Nice fish.
Pull up. You got it? All right.
Nice job.
There you go, Bob. Another
Beautiful.
beauty.
Look at that. The hook just pulled out right on that.
Get that hook. Oh, watch it, or you'll get that hook on your hand. Be careful.
There you go. Thank you.
Got it, bud.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Well, let me finish my story. What I was saying is we're drifting back through a narrow, kind of like a funnel when you're deer hunting and the woods narrow to a funnel. That's kind of what we've hit here, and we're drifting back through it, and we're hammering these beautiful fish. We're fishing today with Ace Charters out here in the Hudson River, and Ace, it's been a lot of fun so far.
All right. We're having a good time today. Fish are cooperating.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about these fish. I haven't fished for stripers before, so.
Well, actually, they've been coming here since before Henry Hudson named the river, 400 years ago. And basically what happens, they come here every spring to spawn. Usually about 48 degrees is the temperature that triggers them to start running the river. And they'll be in here until it hits about 64 degrees, and then they'll spawn. And they'll head back to sea. And the eggs have to stay suspended for about 3 to 5 days. They can't drop to the bottom and silt over, or they won't hatch. And that's what makes the Hudson so such a good place for the stripers to come and spawn, because it has the right kind of habitat.
Now, once they're born here, how long do they stay here before they head back to the ocean?
5 years.
5 years.
5 years. And then they'll head back, and then I guess about 8 years, from what you were telling me, because I wasn't quite sure about when they become sexually mature.
Yeah, I was reading on the internet to become mature at 8 years, and the females come back, and 5 or 6 males will follow her in here and spawn, and then they head back out.
Right.
Fantastic.
This is a whole East Coast situation where these fish are up and down the whole East Coast. They'll spawn in other places too. I understand, like in the Carolinas.
Right.
Somewhere.
This is one of the 4 major rivers that they spawn in. The Penobscot River, Maine, Hudson. There's some that takes place in the Merrimack River, the Delaware River,
Right.
and into the Chesapeake Bay.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Megan.
And we're the Wild Game Twins.
Today we're going to be making fish sandwiches with striper bass.
There's a variety of seasonings you can use for this dish. Lemon pepper, Jamaican jerk, or Cajun spice, which is what we're using.
And you can also salt and pepper too.
And once you spice up your fish, you just go on and throw it on the grill for about 4 to 6 minutes, or until the fish flakes up real nice.
Yep. And for your sandwich spread, you want to mix mayonnaise, Dijon mustard, and honey together and put it on the top and bottom of your bun.
Just want to garnish with watercress and tomato slices, and you're going to have a wonderful meal.
Yep.
If you have any recipes you'd like to share with our viewers, please send them to
nyoutdoorstv.com. Thank you for joining us here on New York Outdoors.
And that's Cooking Wild.
Send your recipes to recipes@newyorkoutdoorstv.com.
You can get a fish that's 25, 30 pounds and up. They'll lay over 1.5 million eggs. Where you say you take a fish that's 8 or 10 years old, it'll probably lay 500,000 eggs. So you really want to keep those big females in the population if you can.
Absolutely. When we come out today, it was a little cool. We thought we might have some slow fishing, but it turned out to be some awesome fishing.
You got it pretty good.
Yeah, we did.
This goes to show you those days you don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah. What were you saying, Rick, about you can't catch
Well, you can't shoot a deer in camp, and you can't catch a fish unless you're on the water, folks. If you're going to sit home, it's not going to happen. We were, thinking about maybe not coming and trying a different date, and we said, no, we're going to get out here and see what happens. And we've had a great day. The trip starts off catching some herring, a live bait, and you go through there and catch your stripers, and when you're on a live bait, you switch to what we're doing now, trolling. Folks, you don't want to miss this action. Give Ace a call. We're going to show you his number at the bottom of the screen. Ace Charters. It's a short season, so don't hesitate. Get your trip booked with Ace today. It's awesome.